Hello, my name is Hariska Erliviana from Indra Prasta PGRI University. My student number is 2024747939. So today I will present a requirement for midterm test entitled The Science of Happiness. What makes people truly happy? As I said before, this presentation is made as the requirement for the midterm test of academic speaking for scientific purposes. Well, let's start by saying a famous quote from Dalai Lama. Happiness is not something ready made, it comes from your own action. Well, so what is happiness? We will talk about the definition of happiness psychologically and scientifically. First of all, psychologically, happiness means joy, contentment, and well being. Meanwhile, scientifically, happiness is related to brain chemistry. So, actually, the question is what really makes people happy? We're going to talk about that the science behind happiness. According to Harvard neuroscientist Dr. Jill Bolt Taylor, the chemicals associated with happiness can influence mood and behavior significantly. By Taylor, 2009. Well, human brain releases four chemicals. We call them as the happy chemicals. Those four chemicals are dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, and endorphins. So what are they? Dopamine is the reward chemical. It is released when you achieve something or anticipate a reward, like finishing a task, getting likes on a post, or eating your favorite food. It fuels motivation, pleasure, and goal directed behavior. Next, serotonin. What is serotonin? Serotonin is the mood stabilizer. It regulates mood, sleep, appetite, and digestion. It contributes to feelings of well being and happiness. Low levels of serotonin are linked to depression. The next is oxytocin. Oxytocin is the love hormone. It released during bonding moments like hugging, childbirthing, or close relationship. It enhances trust, empathy, and social connection. The last one is endorphin. So endorphin is the natural painkiller. It is released in response to pain or stress like during exercise or laughter. They reduce pain perception and create a sense of euphoria. So those are about happy chemicals. Have you known about that? Actually, there are some factors that influence happiness. We are going to talk about five factors of happiness. Factor one, it is about relationship. So, social connection boosts happiness. Human with good social relationship is happier than the ones who don't have good social relationship. Next is loneliness harms mental and physical health. So actually, if you feel lonely, you can go out and find some friends there. Based on Harvard study of adult development by Waldinger and Skulls in 2015, human connection is the most important predictor of long-term happiness. Let's move to factor 2. It is gratitude. So practicing gratitude increase optimism. Simple journaling has a big impact. So based on the expert, we can say it's Evan and McCullough in 2003 found out that people who wrote down things they were grateful for each week were significantly more optimistic and felt better about their lives. It is worth to try, right? Next, factor 3, its purpose and meaning. Having a purpose leads to resilience and well being. Meaningful life is has a bigger effect than material life. Meaning in life is a strong predictor of psychological well being and resilience by Stager et al. In 2006. So it means when you think that your life is lack of materialistic things, like maybe you want a car but you still don't have it, but actually you have more time to do something useful, it will create more happiness than what is it, getting the material things that you want. Next, factor number four, kindness and giving. Helping others is actually personal joy. It's not only giving or maybe doing something for somebody else, but it's more doing something for ourselves because we gain joy and happiness in sharing or in helping somebody else. Even small acts of kindness count. Like, for example, if you share some leftover food to stray cats or helping some children to cross the street, it is meaningful and it can give you happiness and something warm inside your heart. Then giving makes us happier than spending on ourselves. So if you have some money or maybe some time, you can give them to have something, then only do it for yourself. For example, you have some money and then you want to share with somebody, you can just buy some food from, what is it, like street food seller, although you don't really like the food, and then you can just share the food to others again. It is better, or it will give you more happiness than if you spend this money in a fancy restaurant for buying your favorite food. Yeah, maybe you can do that, but not all the time, I guess, because yeah, as the experts say, giving make us happier than spending on ourselves. It is based on Dune, Ekpen, and Norton in 2008. Spending money on others promotes happiness more than spending on oneself. Next, this is the last factor. It is physical health. So actually, exercising is a natural antidepressant. So you can just have a simple exercise, but do it regularly. And then reduces stress, improves mood. So by exercising, you will be less stressful and your mood will be better. It is based on Blumenthal et al. In 2007. Regular physical activity has been shown to be as effective as antidepressant medication in some cases. Well, but actually, there are misconceptions about happiness. Well, guarantees happiness and success leads to happiness. Are they myth or are they true? So actually, they are just myth because the reality based on the expert are after basic needs are met, more money has a minimal impact on happiness. It is based on Kahneman and Deaton in 2010. Meanwhile, based on Yu Bomirsky, King and Dinner in 2005, they talk about often it's happiness that leads to success, not success leads to happiness. Well, so how to boost our happiness? We can do daily practice like practice gratitude by writing down journal, exercise regularly, spend time in nature, build strong relationship and meditate and be mindful. You can do meditation by praying every day. Well, so the conclusion is true happiness is influenced by internal factors more than external ones. Everyone can take steps to increase their happiness through intentional actions. The last one, science shows us that happiness is not a destination, but it is a habit. Well, these are my references in creating these slides. So thank you very much for your attention. So let's spread happiness from me, Hariska Erliviana. Thank you.